Newly leaked renders of the Pixel 10 Pro XL have surfaced, giving us a look at what could be Google's next flagship phone. At first glance, it looks almost identical to its predecessor, raising the question of whether Google has finally settled on a signature design for its Pixel lineup. While some fans were hoping for a fresh new look, it seems Google is focusing on refining the details rather than making drastic changes. The device is expected to feature a large 6.8-inch display, the same size as last year's Pixel 9 Pro XL. This confirms that Google is sticking with its approach of offering multiple screen sizes for its flagship phones. Alongside this, leaked images of the Pixel 10 Pro and the regular Pixel 10 suggest they will also maintain the same display sizes as their predecessors. By keeping these options, Google ensures that users who prefer smaller devices still have a choice, while also catering to those who like larger screens. According to the leaks, the Pixel 10 Pro XL will measure approximately 162.7 by 76.6 by 8.5 millimeters. This makes it nearly identical to the Pixel 9 Pro XL, with only a tiny difference of 0.1 millimeters in height. With such minimal changes, it's clear that Google is focusing more on internal improvements rather than making major modifications to the phone's external design. The leaked renders also reveal that the camera housing remains unchanged from the Pixel 9 series. Google made a significant design shift last year when it abandoned the visor-style camera bar that had become a signature feature of previous Pixel models. The new flat-sided design was met with mixed reactions, with some praising its modern look, while others pointed out its resemblance to an iPhone. Now, with the Pixel 10 Pro XL looking nearly identical to its predecessor, it seems Google is committed to this new design language. What's interesting is how this approach contrasts with Apple's rumored plans for the iPhone 17. According to recent leaks, Apple may be shaking things up with a redesigned camera module. If this turns out to be true, it could mean that Google is now the one focusing on consistency while Apple experiments with a fresh aesthetic. This shift could indicate that Google sees its current design as refined enough to become an iconic look for future Pixel devices. While the phone's appearance may not be changing much, there's still a lot we don't know about its features. Key details such as camera upgrades, software enhancements, and performance improvements have yet to be revealed. However, Google I/O in May will likely give us a preview of what's to come, particularly with the release of Android 16. As for hardware improvements, we may have to wait until closer to the official launch, which is expected in August, unless, of course, more leaks surface before then. With Google seemingly doubling down on last year's design, the big question is whether this is the right move. Some users may appreciate the consistency, while others might feel that Google is playing it too safe. Either way, the Pixel 10 Pro XL looks set to refine rather than reinvent the Pixel experience. Do you think Google should have introduced a bold new look, or is it smart to stick with a familiar design? Let me know in the comments. If you found this update helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tech news.
Samsung has made several changes to its products over the years, often removing features that were once standard. From the IR blaster to bundled chargers, many features have been phased out. More recently, the S Pen has been downgraded, leading some Samsung fans to worry that it might disappear entirely. However, Samsung has now addressed these concerns, reassuring users that the S Pen is here to stay. In an interview with TechRadar, Annika Bison, Vice President of Product and Marketing for Samsung's Mobile Experience division in the UK, confirmed that the S Pen will continue to be part of the Galaxy Ultra lineup. She explained that Samsung values different ways of interacting with devices, whether by voice, touch, or writing. She highlighted that many people still use the S Pen for note-taking in meetings, and added, "I don't see a space where the S Pen is not a key part of our portfolio." This statement makes it clear that Samsung is not planning to remove the S Pen from its Ultra series devices anytime soon. Bison also mentioned that many customers specifically ask about the S Pen when considering Samsung's Ultra models. She pointed out that this interest in the stylus dates back to the days of the Galaxy Note series, reinforcing its importance to Samsung's high-end smartphone experience. With this confirmation, it's almost certain that the Galaxy S26 Ultra, expected to launch early next year, will include a built-in S Pen. Another interesting question that came up during the interview was whether AI-powered tools have made the S Pen less relevant. With features like AI-assisted drawing, some might argue that the stylus is no longer as essential as it once was. Bison disagreed with this idea, emphasizing Samsung's commitment to creativity. She explained that for users who enjoy drawing and sketching, the S Pen remains a valuable tool. She also highlighted one of Samsung's newer AI features called Sketch to Image, which allows users to create refined images from their hand-drawn sketches. According to her, the S Pen provides a big design edge in this process, ensuring it remains a key part of Samsung's product experience. While Samsung has reassured users that the S Pen is not going anywhere, it's important to acknowledge that it has already gone through some changes. For example, the latest version of the S Pen has a slightly lower latency compared to previous models. This means it may feel a little less responsive to users who have been using Samsung Stylus for years. Despite this downgrade, Samsung remains committed to keeping the S Pen available for those who rely on it. Given how much it is associated with the premium Ultra models, it seems unlikely that Samsung would remove it completely anytime soon. For those worried about the future of the S Pen, there's no need to panic, at least for now. Some Pixel users have noticed a strange screen flickering issue after the latest update. But could one simple setting change be the solution? Google recently released the March Pixel feature drop, introducing new AI-powered scam protection and fixing several previous issues. However, instead of a flawless update, it seems to have introduced a new problem that's frustrating many users. According to reports on Reddit, some Pixel owners are experiencing an unusual screen flickering issue when watching videos. One Pixel 8 Pro user described how, after installing the update, they noticed that their screen would randomly brighten and then darken every few minutes while watching Netflix. They called it annoying, and other users quickly chimed in with similar experiences. Interestingly, the issue seems to happen even when adaptive brightness is turned off, ruling that out as the cause. This problem isn't limited to just one app. Reports indicate that users have experienced the flickering while using Netflix, YouTube, Prime Video, and Disney+. Since multiple streaming platforms are affected, it's unlikely that this issue is tied to a single app. Instead, it seems to be a system-wide problem triggered when watching videos. And it's not just one specific phone model facing this issue. Owners of devices from the Pixel 6 series all the way up to the latest Pixel 9 series have reported experiencing screen flickering. This suggests that the bug is widespread across multiple Pixel generations rather than being limited to just the newest devices. One Pixel 9 user did manage to find a workaround, but it comes with a major downside. By turning off the smooth display setting, they were able to stop the flickering completely. However, this also disables the 120 Hz refresh rate that makes scrolling and animations feel much smoother. Instead, the display reverts to 60 Hz, which might feel sluggish for users who have grown accustomed to high refresh rate screens. For many smartphone users, once they've experienced the smoothness of a 120 Hz display, going back to 60 Hz feels like a major downgrade. That means the only current solution for Pixel users dealing with this issue is to choose between tolerating the flickering or sacrificing a smoother experience. Until Google releases a fix, there's no perfect solution. Aside from the flickering issue, another problem has surfaced for some users after installing the update. A Pixel 9 Pro XL owner shared their experience, saying that their phone's background suddenly became too dim, even when the brightness was set to 100%. While the icons and apps remained bright and colorful, the background appeared much darker than usual. Another user responded saying, "Oh good, glad I'm not losing my mind."